Well, it is the 19th day of the Israel-Hamas war, a war that has turned into a crippling humanitarian crisis for over 2 million people in Gaza. Well, as Israel forces carry on with a barrage of airstrikes on the region, Israel's response to Hamas's terror attacks on October 7th has drawn flack from several quarters, including the United Nations. However, after a heated exchange on Tuesday, UN Chief Antonio Guterres has clarified that he has condemned the Hamas attack as well, and not just Israel's military action. Take a listen.
I am shocked by the misrepresentations by some of my statement yesterday in the Security Council, as if I was justifying acts of terror by Hamas. This is false. It was the opposite. In the beginning of my intervention yesterday, I clearly stated, and I quote, "I have condemned unequivocally the horrifying and unprecedented 7 October acts of terror by Hamas in Israel. Nothing can justify the deliberate killing, injuring and kidnapping of civilians or the launching of rockets against civilian targets."
The clarification comes in the backdrop of the UN chief's statements, which blamed Israel's history of occupation on Palestinian territories, and that triggered the Hamas attack on October 7th.
It is important to also recognize the attacks by Hamas did not happen in a vacuum. The Palestinian people have been subjected to 56 years of suffocating occupation. They have seen their land steadily devoured by settlements and plagued by violence, their economy stifled, their people displaced, and their homes demolished. Their hopes for a political solution to their plight have been vanishing. But the grievances of the Palestinian people cannot justify the appalling attacks by Hamas, and those appalling attacks cannot justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people.
However, this statement by Antonio Guterres drew flack from the Israeli camp, demanding for his immediate resignation. Take a listen.
Think that the Secretary General must resign, because from now on, every day that he is here in this building, unless he apologizes immediately, today we called him to apologize, there is no justification to the existence of this building. This building was established to prevent atrocities. How can the Secretary General, with his words, justify in any way the terrible atrocities that happened to our civilians, innocent civilians?
And in the backdrop of Israel butting the heads with the UN chief over statements made on Israel's history of occupation, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said that he was cancelling plans to visit Israel because of its, and I'm quoting here, inhumane war against Hamas militants in Gaza. The Turkish leader's decision comes on the heels of a statement referring to the Hamas as a liberation group.
Hamas bir terör örgütü değil, topraklarını ve vatandaşlarını koruma mücadelesi veren, evet, bir kurtuluş ve bir mücahitler grubudur.